Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is BlazeVlogs and today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to eat healthy on a budget while at a convention. As you guys saw, I got some things and now I'm going to show them off to you. But first, before I do that, I want to take a moment to say a couple things. A, I am not a nutritionalist, so don't take any of this as advice for nutritional advice. This is just based off of what I consider to be common sense knowledge. So I'm going off of old school stuff here about why did I choose all of this stuff. Well, think about like the food pyramid and what's kind of required for healthy dieting, and that's kind of what I'm basing it off of. Do your own research and put your own package together. That's great. This is what works for me. This is what I've asked other people about, and they said they bring this stuff, and it just makes a lot of sense. The things that you need are oils and salts, sugars, carbs, protein, and water to basically stay healthy and full. And so I'm kind of going on this as a budget versus nutrition, and it's really hard to do that on a tight budget. And a lot of people have this problem where they'll go to conventions, and any conventions, not just FurCons, all conventions. This is kind of a blanket for all of them. And they never eat, or they eat very unhealthily, and it's just not good. And they usually feel really gross at the very end of the convention. And so this is more of a healthier way to do it on a budget. Everything here cost about $32 when it all put together. And yeah, so without any, let's get to it. First up is Gatorade. You should always have some sort of electrolyte drink. And I'm not endorsing anybody in this whole thing, but there's gonna be a lot of kind of branding going on. This Gatorade, so I haven't had this one in a while. Just choose your favorite one, drink it. It doesn't actually keep you hydrated, oddly enough. You can look into the science into it, but effectively, you actually process water a lot faster with sports drinks, which is why they tell you not to. But what it has in it is electrolytes, which is effectively salts and sugars that you need to maintain your water level. So drink one of these a day, maybe, because you're going to be doing a lot of walking. And then drink water to compensate for the fact that you just flushed your system out with water and now you need to replace it and you have excess salts now. Next up, we have bananas. Why? Or any really peelable fruit. I chose bananas because they have their own wrapper. You can peel it off, throw it in a backpack, save it for later. You can leave it out, it doesn't need to be refrigerated, and you can eat it at any time, and it's filling as a quick snack. We've got beef jerky. Any beef jerky will do. I don't actually like this brand, but it's the only one that I found when I was walking through the store. Anyway, all the same, it's the more expensive thing on the list that I have here, but supposedly, again, I'm not a nutritionist, meats and stuff take longer to break down and release energy slowly, so you can have more energy over the course of the day and not just eat a whole bunch of sugar and crash. And these are, again, things that you could walk around a convention center eating, or a hotel eating this, and the hotel staff probably wouldn't bat an eye. So it's a good carry around snack like the bananas were. Next we have granola bars. Bam. Okay, so I just picked up any old one. I actually did need these. Most of the other stuff I actually didn't need. And yeah, so this is really good for on-the-fly snacks. Again, it has a decent level of calories, and it is packed full of salt and sugar to keep you going. It will fill you up in a couple, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Bam! Again, notice the trend about snackable items that you can have in individual wrapping. You know, if I open this up, there's a trend. Small packages that pack a punch. Now, last but not least, this is probably the single most stereotypical, quintessential convention food that you should have in your arsenal for trying to save a little bit by not eating out a whole bunch. I want to mention first, before I move on with this, none of these at all are meal replacements. They are things to tide you over and things to keep you full in between the fact that you're not eating a whole bunch at a convention because you're so on the go all the time. Keep that in mind. Alright, unless you're allergic to this, which I know a few people are, this is the best thing you can get. Peanut butter. Alright, and if you guys got this far, the question of the day is creamy or crunchy? Leave it in the comment section below. Why? Okay, why peanut butter? Well, it's packed full of protein, oils, salts, and if you get the stuff like this, Jif specifically, it also has a crap load of sugar in it too. I think it's 3 grams of sugar, which isn't that too bad, but this is per serving. 7 grams of protein, 7% of your daily recommended values, has a decent level of fiber, and 6% of your daily recommended value of sodium in 2 of these. You can basically get all of your needs out of just peanut butter. I wouldn't recommend that as your only diet. It's not good to do that a whole bunch, which is why I suggested all the other stuff. Peanut butter, pretty baller, if you can tolerate it and are not allergic to it. Also, to mention, peanut butter and bananas go really well together. Notice a trend with all of these things. None of these are considered perishable foods. I didn't include bread because you really shouldn't have a thing of bread in your hotel room. If they find that, some places might actually kick you out. So I'm keeping it down to things that people consider to be snackable, travelable foods. All of this that I purchased, all these groupings of stuff, the bunches of bananas, the pack of Gatorade that I got, boiled down to like $32. Split between 3 days, that's about $10 a day. I would say the average food for a convention to eat at the hotel is gonna be about $15 per meal. So if you're cutting out a meal, because you're not following the appropriate ruling, it's 621, which really should try for 3 meals a day, which is how you end up with the 2. But a lot of people don't even get that 2. They get 1 and then they forget about it, that they ever ate, and then they feel really bad. So that's why I'm making this video, because this, having a little bit of snacks in your room that don't cost you much more than maybe, I don't know, $10 a day for this, and if you combine all of them into one, I can't hold all of this, shit. If you combine all of them, then you end up getting a very nutritional, smallish meal. Take some time, go to the grocery store, pick yourself up some stuff, you'll have a blast. Everybody, I appreciate it, and thanks. And I want to apologize for releasing this movie a day late. This is mainly because I had some friends from out of town, and all of my time just got completely... Have a good one, everybody. Catch you later.